woven baskets that lay flat to mail to say thank you or happy birthday or happy Easter. Anyone would love to receive one of those, right? Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Hashik. Now, a few years ago, Karen Burniston designed the die set that I used to create this lovely little woven basket card. It was easy to make, and you can fill it with anything you would like to before popping it in an envelope. It lays flat to mail, and then it opens up and they can stand it up to display it. And in this case, I'm saying thank you. But of course, you could say happy birthday or happy Easter or thinking of you, anything you might want to say to cheer somebody up. Almost immediately after releasing this die set, people were wondering how to make a bigger woven basket card. And Karen shared how to double the width of this die set to do that. But recently, Karen Burniston released this die set that makes larger woven baskets so easy to make. So this one has bigger sides on it, and you could easily create a basket like this. So I made a full square basket, and I filled mine with the adorable bookworm and his books, which is another new set from Karen Burniston, class of 23, some dancing graduates, and a gift for the graduate. So this one lays flat too. Now if you don't go too high with the elements, and this might be a little high, but if you just keep them about this high, this would fit into a slimline envelope. So you'd have to play with the elements that you're using. This one I think I will give in person to a graduate this year. I loved both of those, but my favorite size to make combines these two dies and to make a double wide basket, and I'm going to show you how easy and fun that is to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut on the wide one, you're going to cut 2 of these and 2 of these. So 2 sides will be the double wide, and then on the woven basket card set, you're going to cut 2 of these for weaving and 2 of these sides. So let's start with the smaller one. This is the main piece from the smaller die set, and what you do is you cut off the non-tabbed side. So normally this has another piece here, but because I knew I was going to cut it off, I just used a smaller piece of pattern paper, and this is the tab side. So I am just going to cut this right down on this scored line that's already there. So you're going to end up with, you want 2 pieces like this, which is the main body piece on the smaller die, and then you need 2 of the weaving pieces per side. I've already put good strong tape along here. You can also use glue, but I used my red liner tape. Then you're going to take this piece here, and that's the one that you're going to weave up with. So it's really simple to do. The basket lines are already die cut, and you're just going to go up and down. So that one's up, so this one would be down, and line the bottom piece up, and it's that simple to do, the start of it. So I'm going to just take some glue, and I'm going to lift this bottom piece up, and I'm going to put some glue along the bottom to hold that in place. And you know, while you're doing that, you just want to make sure that your bottom is lined up and your side is lined up. And of course, glue gives you a few seconds to work with. So if you have to move it while you're after the glue is on there, you can. Then you take this piece, so it's the T piece, and you're going to go down the opposite way. So of course this one, the yellow was on top, so in this case I'm going to go underneath with that one, underneath this one, on top of that one, and under there. Now this piece here has like, I don't know, 4 little scored lines in there. So if you wanted to roll your top, you could put a toothpick or one of those large wooden sticks, round sticks, and you could roll the top if you want. But for this one, my grandsons probably wouldn't care, you know, if I did that or not, and I've decided just to fold. So again, I'm putting a little glue under there that will just hold this in place while I press it down. And then on this side, I'm just going to add some glue. And I'm going to fold the top down over that glue. And then I need to press and be patient while it sets up. That's one thing that I have a hard time doing. So sometimes I choose to use something else besides glue, but I think in this case the glue is the best. So this is the pieces for the larger size. I am once again going to weave up and then weave down. This should be good, ready to go. So on the larger woven basket, this is the bottom piece, so you have 4 legs, I guess, and once again you're going to go under and then over and then under and then over and then under. So you can see I've gone under and over and under and over, and then I'm going to take the glue again, go along the bottom, and make sure it's lined up along the bottom and on the side. And let's check that. Yep, pretty good. And then this is the top piece, and I'm going to go under the one that I went over before. And then push it over that one, and then once again under. Push it. This one you want over. And then under. So you can see that's not at all hard to do. Now I'm going to add a little glue under this one. Make sure it's straight. Press it down. And then add some glue here. This one I want quite a bit of glue on to make sure it really does hold it down. Fold it over and press it down. While that's setting up, I'll show you that I have cut a handle that is 1/4 inch by 12 inches. There is a handle piece in the first die set, but I like, especially the Easter basket types, to have just a handle that goes over the top. I've also cut out 2 of the longer crossbar pieces. In this case, those are grass, which is great for Easter baskets, and the flowers I use the grass, but in the graduation one I just chopped the grass off and just used the regular there's a word for it, and crossbars, that's what it is. Use the crossbars without the grass. So I'm going to be putting these in. I also prepared 2 other ones of these, so you're going to have 2 long ones and 2 short ones, and those are ready to go. So the next step would be to put this together, and we're going to do large, small, large, small. And again, you know, glue could be used on these sides. As I showed you, I'm getting impatient when I'm trying to have things set up, and this really good strong red liner tape from Tonic works very well to hold these pieces together, and you don't have to wait for it to set up. So that's what I have a glue dot on the side here that just stuck to my pokey. I had glue dots ready to go to put some pieces together. Alright, so now we want a long one, and it's at a slight angle. You can tell pretty easily the bottom and the top get lined up. And then one more cover. And line that up. And then what I like to do is just lay that flat and then aim this at that side. And there we have the start of our double wide woven basket card. Again, it's going to lay flat to mail, but then it stands up. And I put a bottom on one that I did last year too. So if you want one that you could actually, you know, put some real grass in there or some candy or something, that can be done. These grass crossbow bars will slide into this. This is the top layer, layer that gets turned over. Then you have one of the weaving and the second weaving. So the second weaving yellow piece there is what you want to tuck these under. So if you just add a little glue, and I don't know if I can do this so you can actually see, because I got to see it too, but I'm going to slide it in to the second level of weaving. There. And then once it's in there, you just press that down so the glue sets. I don't like to put glue on both sides at once because I don't want it sticking to anything while I'm working on one side. So I just do one side at a time, and then I'm aiming for the second yellow weaving, and then you just slide it in and press down to have that glue hold. So you can again see how easy that is, right? Then you take a second longer crossbow. This comes out of the bigger set, and this time I'm also using the second one, but I'm going to go forward into it. So again, add just a little glue, and looking for the second, in my case it's yellow, weaving line, and just slide that in and press it to set the glue. Okay, so that's under that, and then I'm pressing those. And the center crossbar pieces are set that you can decorate. Now I am going to also slide this piece. I only make it a 1/4 inch wide because you want it to kind of be hidden under the weaving, and any wider it showed. But in between these two greens, I'm just going to slide this in through, and I know that's probably something you can't see, but in there. And what I could glue that, but what I found was a tiny little piece of tape works just great to hold it in place, and again, I don't have to wait for anything to set. So once I know it's in there, this will never show. I'm just going to take a little piece of tape and just tape that down so that will hold in place. And then I'm just going to repeat it on this side, sliding it in the weaving. And you know, this might hold even without the tape, but I think if they went to pick it up and carry it somewhere, it might come off too. So I'm just going to secure that handle with another little piece of tape here. So as I said, you can just see how easy that is to make and how fun and cute. This could be filled with flowers, or it could be filled with whatever you might want to fill it with. I'm going to make mine an Easter one. So I have these things that I've created. I made a little envelope with my We Are Memory Keepers mini envelope punch board. My grandkids love a little message from Grandma, and then what's even better is when Grandma slides one of these in there, right? So they're going to get a little bit of money to spend and a little note that says love you from Grandma and Grandpa, and I'm going to attach that with this colored paper clip that's kind of a fun shape. I have an Easter Bunny Peeps that I cut out with a die from Dies to Die For, and I even took a chomp out of his ear, and he's ready to go. I have a Happy Spring from Karen Burniston. That's her die as well. And then her Spring Animals set, I can show you that. It's super cute. I use it every year. Has a Easter egg and a bunny and a chick. And I use this every year for spring. So I have some eggs ready to go, and some bunnies and some chicks. So let's start in the back. I am going to take the Happy Spring, and I want that to pop out of here. And I put it on acetate, but you'll notice the rest of these are on just a green strip. And these are longer than what I need, but I'll cut them off depending on how high I want them. These are going to be more closer to the green grass, and so I just kind of wanted him to stick out of the green grass. But if I tried to use a glue dot or something, he wouldn't be up high enough. So I put green strips on these, but in this case I want this to be up here. So I'm just going to take a glue dot. I have medium Zots from Therm that I am using for that. And of course, all the details on all the cards and the products I used links to products I used are in the description box. And I have blog posts that will tell you more information as well. So that's all in the description box. So I want this to be about here. Happy Spring. And then I want this to be back here. And I decided that I want the acetate there to be covered up with some grass, but it was easier to attach this without the grass. So I am going to, I think I want this to get that down. I just cut a smaller piece of the grass. I didn't try that yet, and I'm going to see if it works, but I think it will. So I kind of want the acetate piece to be covered, to have a little grass over there, but I'm going to try to attach my little envelope without the grass, so let's try it. Because I had some difficulty getting that paper clip to work over these grass spikes, I guess you could call them. So let's add a little grass on this side here. You see that? So happy spring with a little grass. And then we have this envelope, and I'm going to slide that in here and use this paper clip. To hold it in place. So it's easily removable for them to get at that, but easy to attach in there too. And we can tell it's going to say happy spring there. Okay, so let's see. I think I want this guy, this chocolate bunny guy, to be in the front, and I'll put him on with a, and he doesn't have to stick up too far because he's already pretty big. So let's put him here, and then I think I want, let's see here, another Easter egg, and this one I don't have on a piece to raise it. I'm just going to put this one because it's in the front row right there. And then let's put this guy in the center. I'm sure this is way more than what I need. And I want it on the back of this front layer. These glue dots are the medium size. The small ones are a little too small. These are a little too big. As I put things on, if I can feel that there's any stickiness sticking out, if that makes sense, you know, you don't want, when I do this, I don't want anything to stick. I can neutralize the glue dots, if necessary, with a little bit of my EK Success powder. Okay, that was this one. All right, so this guy is going to go about, try it again. All right, so we want this, get my fingers to work here. I'll go from underneath, huh? I want the glue dot to be held in place, to hold him. About there. So he's sticking up a little bit. And then I have 3 more of those. This guy, maybe we'll slide him in there. So it's another one of those cute little animals from the Spring Animals set. And I want him to be in between these two. And again, I have to get my fingers under here. Okay, and then I have a couple eggs that I'm going to finish that row with. Let's see. We don't want those very high, but I don't want to use. I don't want to put it right on the grass either. I want it up a little bit. Maybe that one I will put on the grass. I need one more glue dot. And like I said, I can feel that glue dot on the back, and I don't want those pieces sticking together. So I'm going to get in there with my powder tool and neutralize the stickiness of what's sticking out there. I think it's between the grass blades probably. So it's not sticky anymore, and that's I don't want it to stick together. So there we have it. I have a cute Peeps and chicks and eggs and bunnies and happy spring, and then an envelope that's got a message in there. And it was that easy to put that together. And of course you can choose whatever you might want in your Easter basket, or any type of baskets that you might want to send. I'm sure my 2 grandsons are going to love those. I will be mailing them out to them. I made another one. This one says Happy Easter. Similar, same amount of money in there, and many of the same elements on both of those. They were so easy and fun to make. I hope the projects I share encourage you to give some of these ideas and products a try. Watch the next video for some more ideas with Karen Burniston Dies, and I hope you have a great week to come.